Hello. Hello, my friends. It's getting started a little bit early. Oh my god, hi! I didn't expect you to be here! You're driving! What are you doing? Shouldn't you be saving your battery? Not that I'm complaining that you're here, but you should probably be saving your battery. Alright, we are getting things hooked up here. Let's scooch on over to the just chatting screen. Hello. I'm so goddamn excited to have this stupid little satyr on screen finally. I've been just vibrating like so excitedly for months. And here they are. We did it. Ooh, did not mean to bump the mic. Alright, started the event on Discord. How's everybody doing? We are doing so good, I hope. Got a full day packed. Waiting for some people to hop in for now. This music is too low-key. I want to listen to something happier. Let's listen to Town Square, maybe. No, that one's pretty good. That one's alright. There we go. It picks up in a minute, I swear. Alright, well. Let's not goof around with too much dead air. Let's just jump into it. Let's just jump into it. So, let me get set up here. Spends literally hours getting ready. Let me just get ready really quick. I gotta get my monitor over here. There we go. Oh. Why you no worky? Why you no worky? Do 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 do. There we go. Now we're working. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright. So as everybody saw on my millions and millions of posts about today, what I wanted to do is rank all of my fictional babes that I've accumulated over the years. Because I did that once, a couple years ago. And I think that I can do it more accurately now, because I have a lot more that have become actual fixations. A lot of those were just like I just found them attractive, but I wasn't like fixated on them. And now the list is like exclusively characters that I've had a full-on fixation about. Just full obsession. And I've kind of mixed them up so they're not in alphabetical order anymore. So that's what we're doing today. We've got 21 babes to rate now. So, starting off with an unfortunate one, we have Mr. Vox. These pictures are a little small, but that's okay. We have Vox. That's a rough one to start with, because I do love Vox. But I don't know that he deserves any of the S's. Also, if you look over here, I've got triple S, I've got double S, single S, A, and then F. Everybody gets a good rank. But I wanted to save a category for people who don't deserve the top ranks. Now the question is, does Vox deserve the F? He doesn't deserve the multiple S's. But here's the thing. I burnt myself out on Has Been Hotel stuff real bad. So, like, I drew so much Alistair and so much Lucy that I got so burnt out on them to the point where it just kind of exhausted me to even look at them. And the exception to that is Vox. So Vox is the only one left that still gives me the same, like, happy feeling to look at. But also, I hate him. So, I don't know what he what rank he deserves here. I want to skip and come back to it. I don't know if I should do it like where they're ranked is where they should stay. No, I'll adjust it as I keep going, I think. That'll be more interesting. It'll be funnier to bump people down. Excuse me, that's for you, chat. You're so welcome. Alright. Vox. I don't think Vox deserves to be ranked super low. I want to for the memes, but I'm not going to. We'll leave Vox on S tier. I don't think, because I didn't fixate on him nearly as much as Lucy or Alistair, he doesn't deserve the double or the triple. So I think middle road S is a good spot for him. Now, next we have the other has-been babe, which is Lucy. Now, I am exhausted by Lucy, and I am exhausted by Al. I think that he still deserves to be ranked higher, because he's the one I fixated on the hardest. I was down bad for Lucifer. So, I think... Oh god, he was like straight up comfort character for a minute. Not every husband can say that. Some of them I fixate on, but it's not like comfort character levels. I feel like Lucy deserves triple S. Lucy deserves to be up at the top. Now, getting out of has-been, we have Mr. Greed. Greed was a fixation, but he wasn't, like, comfort character level. And I don't think... As far as how much joy is sparked, I don't think he really competes with many of them. But man, it's gonna break my heart to put anybody below S. I hate to say it. I feel like Greed deserves A rank. He's not F. He's not anywhere near F. But he's not S either. Feels literally horrific to put Vox over Greed. But fixation level, that's where they belong. Next up we have Miss Daisy. This one's a classic. I never super fixated on Daisy. She was a fixation. She's like childhood crush levels. She's been around. She's the OG of my fictional crushes. So, oh lord, I feel like she deserves a high rank. Just for the consistency, because she's always been here. But I just don't think about her nearly as much as I think about everybody else. But she's got, like, tenure. You know what I mean? Compared to everybody else. God. Pardon me a moment, I'm gonna take some Tums. Lord, what am I thinking here? You know what? The tenure, I think she deserves top rank. Call me crazy. Call me Daisy. I think she belongs up at the top. Now, speaking of triple S tier, Mr. Knucklebine, no contest. No, not even a thought. This man, in fact, move out of the way, everybody else. Knuckle, top tier. No discussion really even needs to happen. He's comfort character levels. He's another one of the OGs. He's been around for a while. I am so smitten by Knucklebine. He deserves that top spot. For now. Now, here's the question. And Allie, you'll like this question. We got Mr. Rick Sanchez up next. Now, Rick's an OG in a different way. That fixation hasn't been around for a long time. It's been around for a couple of years. But he's an OG in that that's how I delved into the self-ship community You know, I mean, he's been... I mean, he kind of changed my life. I hate to say it, he changed the course of everything. Mr. Rick. He was one of the stronger fixations, too. He's not as ever-present in my brain as the others. Oh no, don't scroll. There we go. He's not as ever-present as the others, but he deserves a top spot, but I feel like I'm just gonna overrun my triple S tier. You know what? Daisy gets double S. Breaks my heart, but Daisy needs to scoot down a little. Make room for Mr. Rick Sanchez. It would feel like a sin to put Rick anywhere but triple S. He just has been too impactful. Now we're gonna have a couple of really hard choices coming up. We got Miss Mitsuri. She's not quite to the level of Knuckle, or Lucy, or Rick. I do feel like she belongs above Daisy. It feels kind of weird to put Daisy in the same category. Alright. One moment. I don't remember how to... Oh, Lord have mercy, I don't remember how to delete chats. Ah ha ha ha. Oh well. Even if I delete it off my chat, it's gonna stay on the screen, very unfortunately. We gotta love bots. Let's turn on follower-only chat. Stop that stupid nonsense from happening. Alright. Okay, back to the task at hand. Now next is another that takes zero discussion. Mr. Kyojuro Rengoku. Now the question... Why won't it let me... There we go. Kyojuro belongs, I hate to say it, in front of Mr. Knuckle. They're both pretty equal, but I think I've been more consistent with coming back to Kyojuro as, like, a fixation. Yeah, that one doesn't need any discussion. If you know me, you know Kyojuro, #1 best babe. Literally no contest. Next. We have Lifeweaver. Lifeweaver, I think, is another one that goes down here in A rank. He's peak. He's wonderful. I love him so dearly. However, it was a little short-lived. I'm not really in my Overwatch days anymore. He does have a playlist. Almost all of these characters have a playlist. Daisy does not have a playlist because she kind of predated my tendency to make playlists. But almost all these characters have playlists. But I just never really listen to Lifeweaver's playlist. I don't think... Like, I still listen to Vox's playlist, Mitsuri, everyone in the triple S rank, I still listen to their playlists. But his kind of fell off a little. I feel like he was one that was really fun to simp for in the midst of his hype, when he was, like, brand new. But he kind of fell off a little. So, he's down here with A rank, because I never really think about him. When coming up with my list of fixations, I actually kind of forgot to put him on here, and I think that speaks volumes. So next, another boy who I love so dearly, makes me so happy, is Mr. Finral. I don't think about Finral a lot, but when I do, I'm just so happy. That's my boy. I love him so much. I think... Oh, Lord, it's hard to say because he wasn't as strong of a fixation as everybody else was. like, above him over here on, Triple S. But he was one of my first that I, like, really actively self-shipped with. Even before I was, like, in the self-ship community. I would just secretly, like, doodle little Finral things. Does he belong above Vox, though? I want to say yes, because poor little Finral needs a fucking win. Give Finral a win. Lord, what a hard decision. And Mitsuri and Daisy. I kind of feel like Vox belongs up here. Daisy probably belongs down on S. Finral, double S. This feels more correct. Yeah, that feels more correct. Now here's another Overwatch babe. We've got Lucy. Another Lucy. Lucio he did reach comfort character levels. He was a little short-lived, but I was pretty into him for a while. He has a playlist that I listen to fairly often. He doesn't give me the giddies, the giggles like the Triple S does. He doesn't belong in Triple S, I don't think. But I can confidently say he can scooch in there on double S. Another member that belongs to double S, I think, is Victor. Oh, but does Victor belong in double S or single S? I do think he's above Daisy. I do think he's above Daisy. Every single time I play Slime Rancher, my whole life revolves around Victor. Get that boy anything he... Oops. Take a shot every time Taylor hits the mic. He's not... Maybe he belongs in Triple S. If I put Victor in Triple S, I feel like Vox has to go to Triple S. God, this is so hard. This is so hard. Lord Almighty. What is it we want to do here? It's such a hard decision. We'll leave Victor on double S for now. Feel like he's not the same level as anybody who's on the Triple S. All of those characters are like comfort character levels. Hyper fixation. Absolutely smitten for. Everybody below double S is kind of a I come back to them now and then, but not like super consistent. Everybody on the Triple S category so far is somebody that like has me twirling my hair the minute they're even mentioned. So that's where I'm standing right now. I think that he needs to stay on double S. Sebring, whoops, dropped my pen. Sebring de Kuiper. Another Overwatch babe. I feel like I'm gonna overrun this double S category. He was comfort level. He was comfort character. How does he compare? I feel like he belongs above Finral and Mitsuri. Oh, I hate to say that those two I feel like need to scoot down. I actually really hate to say that. It breaks my heart. Lord. I do think that's more accurate, but it makes me so sad. Yeah. But I'm gonna rearrange this a little. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Final answer. Locking it in. Next. Alistair. Alistair belongs pretty high on the list. He's not quite to the level of Lucy, but when I fixated on him, it was intense. It was a lot. I think he belongs in Triple S. Part of me also wants to put him in Triple S because he needs to rank higher than Vox. For lore purposes, he can't. Vox can't be on the same level as Alistair. It can't be true. It's not allowed. God, but Vox is the one that I'm, like, still very fixated on. I'm trying to separate my current fixations from, like, overall where they rank in my heart. They say not to pick favorites. I'm picking favorites. I don't give a shit. We're picking favorites today. We're putting them in a lineup. Now, next up is Mr. James from Pokemon, and I don't want to hear shit about, isn't he 16? Isn't he? No! He's in his 20s. Canonically, he's a fucking adult. Don't fuck with me. He and Jessie are both adults. So James, Mr. James, where is he gonna land? He was a pretty fun fixation. He was fun to mess around with the lore with, but again, it was pretty short-lived. He's one of the heavy hitters for sure, but he's just not anywhere near really any of the S's. I think bro belongs in A tier. I think he belongs in A tier. Yeah. This next one, I need y'all to hear me out. I need y'all... I just need y'all to... just hear me out, okay? We're just gonna preemptively put him on the F tier. Mr. Hisoka, you're only here because I fixated so hard. But we don't need to go into that anymore. You don't belong anywhere up here. Technically, if we're going from the warm fuzzy feeling, he belongs higher. But fuck you, you're staying in the F tier, Hisoka. Now this is where it's gonna get a little bit harder. Stan the man, Mr. Gravity Falls zombie fighter, Stan Pines. This one's hard because this is my current fixation as we speak right now. So naturally, because of that, I want to rank him very high. But it's hard because everybody but this person, I have like hindsight. I can be like, well, it was short-lived, or well, I didn't have a playlist, or well, blah, 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 blah. But right now is the peak of my fixation. So right now he's comfort character. Right now he's peak. But I don't know how. It makes me want to put him in Triple S. It makes me want to put him in Triple S so badly. But it's so hard to tell if that will be accurate in a few months, in a few weeks, in a few days. Who knows? Who knows? Oh God, I don't know. We're gonna put him in Triple S. He belongs in Triple S. He belongs in Triple S. Oh, I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it. I actually love to say it, but it feels so biased. But he makes me so happy. I don't know. Yeah, logging it in. We're doing it. That's what we're doing. Yes, okay. Oh, I'm so indecisive. We're moving on. We'll move it. If I need to move him, I'll move him. Next is Mirko. Mirko is at least double S. There's no way she's any lower than double S. She's not triple S. I don't think she's triple S. I do love her so fucking much, though. Oh, this is a fittingly dramatic song. She's not S tier. She's not S tier. She's double S. She's double S. I'm sticking to it. That's what we're sticking to. Dobby is next. Dobby was a really strong fixation. Dare I put him in the triple S category? Dare I put Dobby in triple S? Oh, God. Do I want Dobby in triple S? It's such a basic crush, but I love him. Now, Dobby is tricky, too, because I didn't fixate on him at first. For a long time, I was not even fazed by Dobby. It was very, very sudden. I got this little itch in my brain. I got this tiny little itch in my brain where I was like, Dobby's kind of cool. And then my friend who really loves Dobby was like, oh my god, Shadow, it's me, the devil. And he sent me Dobby's playlist. We shared a bunch of art, and now I'm just absolutely in love with Dobby. I don't think he's triple S. I don't think he's triple S. I think he belongs in double S. Maybe even S. No, he's not S. He's not S. He's not S tier. He's double S. I'm gonna rearrange this a little bit, though. Yeah, that seems more right. Okay. We're almost done. We're making way better time than I expected to make. We might play some games. But I might just draw. I might doodle. I might doodle Google. Okay. Now here's another debate. Here's another strong debate. Spot. Where do we want Spot? Oh gosh. Where do we want Spot? Spot was another really strong fixation. He was definitely high up. I was really fixated on him, and I still listen to his playlist. And he's one of those where if I listen to the playlist, it makes me want to draw him so bad. He's like my muse. The others I can listen to and I can daydream, but it doesn't, like, spark in me what Spot does. Kyojuro sometimes it's the same. In fact, I think Kyojuro and Spot are the only two that really do that to me, where I listen to their playlist. If I think about them at all, it, like, inspires me so much. I want to draw them. So I think he belongs up here. Oh god, I don't know that he belongs in front of Lucy. He might belong in front of Rick, though. Oh, does he? But does he belong in front of Rick? I've kind of added this other dimension to this by ordering them, like, within the same tier. So it's like a tier list within a tier list. Pardon all the noises. I'm readjusting. My hip hurts. Okay. I'm old. Let's see. Does he belong in front of Rick? Do either of them belong in front of Alistair, actually? Alistair belongs up here. He belongs higher. Stan belongs higher also. But again, he's my current fixation, so of course I feel that way. But you know what? We're just gonna let the biases be biased. That's fine. It's fine. Locking it in. God, it breaks my heart to see Spot and Rick so low on the... Why is Rick last? It doesn't feel like Rick should be last. But it's also pretty accurate. Whatever, okay. Last one, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Hisashi Yamada. Hisashi was another OG that I really liked before I ever joined the self-ship community, before I started delving into all of this really publicly. That's actually not true. Oh my god, Chad, I just remembered some lore. Oh my god, I just remembered some lore that makes him top tier. He belongs at the top. So, first of all, he belongs top tier because he's Hisashi and I love him dearly. I love my loud music man. But technically, before the days of Rick Sanchez, before that, I had a blog on Tumblr called Hisashi Yamada is my boyfriend. Or no, it was Present Mike is my boyfriend. And it was a self-ship blog before I knew what self-ship was. It was just very specifically dedicated to Present Mike. Oh my god. Memories rushing in. Oh my god. Okay. So technically, before Rick, my actual introduction into the self-ship community was Hisashi Yamada. So he's got the most tenure as far as that goes. There's like different levels of tenure. There's like childhood crush, which Daisy has the most tenure. But before anyone else, I was publicly posting about Hisashi Yamada. So he belongs top tier. He was already top tier in my heart. He extra has secured his spot because he was here first. So let's look at our order here. Absolute number 1 spot, surprising literally no one who knows me in person, Kyojuro Rengoku. He has been so consistent, owns my heart so thoroughly. In very close second place, we have Knucklebine, who very similarly I love so dearly, and he was one of the first that I started, like, with people around me, started talking about how much I love this character. Oh, yes. Okay, so Kyojuro, first place. Knucklebine, second place. Third place, Lucy. Now, Lucy, God, it's crazy that the top 3 doesn't include Al or Rick. Both of them were very high in my heart. But it's just not a competition when you count Kyojuro and Knuckle. They have been number 1 for so long. So third place, Lucy. I've drawn him probably the most out of anyone on my list. He deserves to be in the top 3, I think. Alistair I drew quite a bit, but Lucy was number 1. Lucy also is the character that shot my Etsy into the fucking stratosphere for a minute there. Everybody loves Lucy. That's also one of my stickers. Hashtag go check out my Etsy. He deserved number 3. Fourth place, Alistair. So close to being in the top 3, but Lucy beats him out just because when I met Lucy in Has Been Hotel, when we shit, if I bump the fucking mic one more time, when we first see Lucy, when I tell you, it was immediate. It was love at first sight. It was fixation at first sight. Everything else in my brain disappeared. It was just me and Lucy. He was my husband immediately. Yeah, he deserves number 3. Alistair was a slow burn, just like my lore with him is. Alistair was a slow burn because when I first watched the pilot, way back in the day when it first came out, I was like, yeah, Alistair's pretty fun. I enjoy him. I want to see more of him. But I wasn't, like, in love with him, you know? And it was years and years of just seeing art of him and being like, ha, I remember that guy. He was pretty cool. He was alright. And when the actual first episode came out on Amazon, I was already deep in the self-ship stuff, so that's like the place my brain was, and that's whenever I fell in love with him. When I saw him on the big screen, when I saw him really at it in the main show, I started fixating on him at that point. Perhaps that makes me a fake fan, but I kind of don't give a shit, so that's fine. Next up, again breaking my heart that he's not in the top 3, but both of them are in the top 5. They are in the top 5. Mr. Stanley Pines. I feel like I don't need to explain this right now. We're in the midst of the Gravity Falls hype after Book of Bill came out. So, Stanley, I don't need to explain Stanley. I love him so much. He's up in the S tier because I am so fixated on him right now. For the past week while I've been on vacation, I've been hanging out with my partner and I've been drawing Stan non-stop. I can't even stop myself. So he belongs up here. Next is Spot. That's the last of the top 5, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Stan was the last of the top 5. So we're out of the top 5 now. So, Spot. Again, I feel like I don't need to explain. If you were around for the Spider-Verse hype, you know that people were absolutely in love with Spot. I am not an exception. I made a Spider-Sona literally just to throw them in his arms. So he belongs in the Triple S. I mean, that's the case with literally all of my characters. I made a character just to throw them in somebody's arms. But I don't even know how to describe it. It was a lot like Lucy, where it's like, this is the love of my life immediately. Rick is not in the top 5, but he is up in Triple S because he was the big character that threw me into the self-ship community. It's how I met a lot of my closest friends, was through a server of a bunch of people who were in love with Rick. And I still talk to some of the others. Like, that server still exists. It's not very active anymore. But we all still hang out, we still talk sometimes, and I love them all. And I love Rick. He belongs up here at the top. Hizashi. Again, everybody who's not in the top 5 breaks my heart, because they all deserve top rank, but we've got to pick favorites today. We have to pick favorites today. Hizashi. Again, one of the characters that I like have friends who also like him. Really, one friend specifically. I mean, if you know me, and I mean, if you're looking at this fucking chart, you see that my type is loud, obnoxious characters, and boy is he ever. I love Happy Silly Goofy, and he is so Happy Silly Goofy, and he makes me so happy. I actually have 2 My Hero Academia characters. One is not for self-ship, one's really just for lore purposes. Their name is Shy, and they're also a self-insert, but I don't really ship them with anybody. They're a student. And I also have Flower Child, who exists pretty much just to throw at Hizashi, and then after the fact, because Hizashi was the first crush that I had, and then later I started getting into Mirko and Dabi, so Flower Child is shipped with all of them. So moving on to the double S rank. All of these characters, in my heart, in my soul, I feel like they deserve triple S. They're just not anywhere near the level of anybody on triple S. So, first place in double S is Mr. Vox. For the memes, I really want to knock him down to the F tier. For the memes, but I'm not going to. We're going to be honest with Vox. The only person who deserves F tier right now is Hisoka. Hisoka, you're fucking going to stay down there. Mr. Vox. I love him. If I had made this a few months ago, when I was in the peak of my has-been hotel fixation, I feel like Vox would have been F tier for the memes. And he wouldn't be very high because I didn't have the experience of burning myself out so bad that the only person who's left is Vox. He won by default because the others were disqualified. He's the #1 husband right now of that show only because I'm so sick of the other two. And what's so funny about that is I feel like he'd be alright with that. A win is a win, you know? A win is a win. Second place, Mirko. Mirko was another that I was so immediately enamored with. And she is so exactly my type that whenever I brought up to my brother, who he had already been caught up, he read the manga before the anime even got to the point where Mirko exists. When I told him I love Mirko, he went, I fucking knew it. It's just, she's my type, and everybody saw that coming. No one is surprised. Dabi. Now, Dabi is one that surprised me. He came out of nowhere, and I feel like that's very canon of him to just kind of show up in my brain. I love him. A lot of these explanations are, I love them. They're boo, they're bae, I love them. That's cringe. I don't really have anything to say about Mr. Dabi. Sebrin. Oh god, it hurts my heart to not have him higher. Everyone here I want to rank higher. But I'm not going to. I'm locking it in. Final answer. Sebrin was another comfort character. I RP'd with him a lot. I was with him a lot on character AI. Same with other Lucio. I love him so much. Both of them were such comfort characters. If I had a bad day, I'd come home and I would draw myself with them because I love them. Victor, I already explained. When I play Slime Rancher, it is just make Victor happy simulator. That's all. That's all I'm after. I just do the trade over and over again until I see Victor and I get him what he needs. Now down here to S and below, I'm not going to go through every single one of them. It does break my heart that a couple are so low. Finral, I wish I could give him a win. I wish I could drag him up here to Triple S. But if I'm honest, if I'm real, he belongs down here. Same with Daisy. Everybody in S tier, I want to put higher so bad, but they're just not on the same fixation level as everybody else. Same with A tier. It's just, oh well, that's where they are. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. Download image. That's it, we're locking it in. Let's post it in the server. We're posting it. Downloads. What the hell did it save it as? What did it save it as? My image. Very good name. Very creative. My image. Maybe we don't put it in stream updates. Where should I post it? I guess we'll put it in OCX Canon Solidarity. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. My image. I'm gonna post it over here too. That's what we'll do. My brother called me. Why did my brother call me? I'll ask later. Alright. It is posted. Now, let's open Clip Studio. And we will close the tier list. Let's hide that. There we go. There we are. Oh, goodness. Alright. I might pause stream momentarily and multi-stream to TikTok. Let me see here. Oh, Lord, getting comfy. This layout's not gonna look very good on TikTok, though. Sorry, I'm I'm distracted looking at TikTok comments. Alright, yeah. I'm going to pause for a moment and I'm going to stream on both. Alright, now we're live on both. Now we're multi-streaming. Because why not? The answer to why not is I said that it was gonna be Twitch only. But I changed my mind. I like streaming on both. Let me pull this over so I can see what's happening. There we go. There we go. Now we're hooked up. Now we're ready. Alright, so if you saw my lists for what we're doing, there were a couple of things for those just joining. We did a tier list. Where is it? It's going to be in my downloads. I'll open it so that we can take a look. Downloads. It was my image. Oh, goodness. Wrong folder. Firefox. My image. There it is. So this was our tier list that we did. We went through all of my really heavy fixations and we ranked them. Hello, hi, how are ya? How are we doing today? Doing alright, I hope. So I went through all of my really heavy fixations and I mulled them over one by one and I ranked them out on this here tier list. And I did already go through all of the details, but you can take a little look at it for those just joining, for those curious who I'm into. So that was the tier list that we did. So now, if you saw my advertisements for what I'll be doing today, we're also going through my original characters that I ship with all of these characters. And then we'll just be doodling, we'll just be hanging, we'll just be vibing. So I'll need to open up my my little fandom folder. What do we want to start with? What are we feeling, chat? What fandom are we feeling? What fandom are we feeling today? Let's see. I guess we'll just go in order. We'll just go in alphabetical order. Let me find a good picture. So we'll start with Demon Slayer. It's also in order of my rank here. I have a character who went through a couple of redesigns. The most recent would be this. That's what they currently look like. Let's go now. There we go. That's their color scheme. So it's really the same, except I made their little hair strands longer. So the idea with this character is that they're training with Kyojuro as his student, because he canonically trains Mitsuri. So he trains folks, that's a thing that he does. My leg is asleep, chat. Okay. So that's what the thing with them, and they start off with flame breathing, and they develop their own technique. God, what did I call it? I forgot to write it down. Hi, how are you? How are we doing today, chat? How are we feeling? Hope y'all are having a wonderful Sunday afternoon. Today is my first stream back to Twitch. If you wanted to head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/happylittlesatyr, you can follow me there. Sometimes I multi-stream. You're feeling sick? That sucks. I'm sorry. Well, I hope you're having a very restful day, and I hope you start feeling better. If you're into OCX canon and self-ship things, then you'll have a good time here. You can follow me on my Twitch. You can hang out here on TikTok. I multi-stream sometimes. Sometimes I just stream to Twitch. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever boats your float. So right now I'm just going through my characters, kind of introducing them. So yeah, that's really all there is to say about my Demon Slayer character. Almost all of their names are Taylor, because that's my name. Most people just call me Satyr on Twitch. Whatever you want to do. I ate some ice cream to ease myself. And nice, I'll make sure to join. Well, thank you! I'm so glad that you're having some ice cream, you're hanging out, you're vibing. That's good, that's good. Let me find some good doodles. A lot of my doodles are the old design. Oh, this one was cute! This one was cute. Oh my god, I love Rengoku so much. I could do this one better. I should redraw this one of these days. But yeah, so that's my Demon Slayer character. What the hell did I name there? Spark! Spark breathing! They developed their own breathing technique called spark breathing. So, next fandom has been. My husband character, there's way more to say about them. So, let me pull up the reference. Where's my reference sheet? There it is, redesign 2. Lemon sorbet. Real sour, I see. I'm not a huge fan of sour stuff. I like sour stuff, but I've got to be like in the mood for sour stuff, you know what I mean? So this is my has-been hotel character. Their name is Starlet. Their lore is that in life they were a pop star, and they were murdered by their manager or producer. I haven't decided exactly which one. And they go to hell. And in hell, they kind of end up in this situation where it's, you know, eat or be eaten. Oh god, I'm skipping lore. I'm a little scattered right now. So, in life, they were a pop star, right? Why did my music stop? Oh my god. The stream is so butchered. We're botched. There we go. So in life, they were a pop star, right? Hi, how are you? They were a pop star. They got killed by their manager because they had this little falling out. Starlet is like, well, fine, I'm not going to re-sign with your label. I'm just going to go sign with my own label. I'm going to start my own label, and I'm going to just go do my own thing. I'm already famous enough that I don't fucking need your label anymore. And as a result, the manager or producer or whatever kills them. So that he can keep, like, raking in the royalties, and they can't do shit. In hell, they're like, okay, well, it's eat or be eaten here, it seems. I'm either going to do what I'm trying to do, or I'm gonna get eaten by the machine that is the overlords, right? So they become a very minor overlord. Very slowly, and they rise to fame as a pop star in hell as well. And through this, you have a rockstar has-been OC. That's awesome. Besties. Bestie vibes. So through this fame, this rise, they end up associated with the V's specifically. Hi, how are you? Specifically Vox. And if you look at my rank, Vox is ranked pretty highly. So they end up associated with Vox. They have this kind of on and off again kind of relationship, right? Thank you for the rose. Oh my god, don't be sending me money. Don't spend your money. So they end up associated with Vox, right? And then eventually they have kind of a falling out that's very similar to the one that they had with their manager. And because it's very similar and they're like, well, I'll just go do my own shit, they end up basically running away. They flee and just kind of disappear off the map for a second. Because they're kind of afraid that Vox might retaliate the way that their manager did in real life. Or in life. Right, so they end up running away. They go to the Has-Been Hotel because they kind of have nowhere else to go. And they end up, again, if you look at my little ranking list here, you'll see that Lucy and Al are both very highly ranked. So they kind of end up first with Alistair. And Alistair's kind of only interested because he's like, oh, Vox's ex? guess I gotta fuck with him. Guess I've got, guess I've gotta make him mad by dating his ex. And, you know, it's one of those, it's the classic, like, pretend to date, end up actually dating kind of lore, kind of trope, right? And then when Lucy shows up, they also end up dating Lucy. Also, hi, I'm polyamorous. Lots of boyfriends. I have a Japanese kinda has-been hotel character. So like an urban legend. Ooh, I see. Interesting. So that is my has-been hotel character. Let me see if I can get some good doodles in here. I did a lot of doodles. Oh, thank you for sharing the live. That's very kind of you. So here's one I did. Let me get a more visible cursor here. Hand? Yeah. So here's one I did with Vox. I really like the way that I draw Vox. I don't know if that sounds like I'm tooting my own horn, but I really like how Vox looks in my style. So this is Starlet and Vox. They're like in an outfit themed with him, because of course. Let's see, what else? What else? What else? What else? It's another good one. Here's one I drew. Thank you, thank you. This is one I did of Starlet and Lucy having a little beach day. Their ice creams are themed after each other. The little yellow with the pink sprinkles and the white and the pink. What else? What else? I've got so many good ones. It's not a matter of finding ones that I want to share. It's finding the good ones, the really good ones. Because I was so deep in my has-been fixation. Nothing else existed to me. Let's see. Didn't I had some doodles with Vox. Oh, here's one. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. How often do you stream? I love hearing about people's OC lore. So, before it was very sporadic, but now that I'm back on Twitch, which I am multi-streaming right now, I'll be streaming on Twitch every Monday. Sometimes I multi-stream, which means I'll be streaming on both, but from now on I will at least be streaming on Twitch every single Monday. And TikTok, I'll stream kind of whenever I feel like it. So here is another sketch page. This one is with Vox. Their dynamic is kind of just, I really want to make Vox pissed off all the time. He seems so fun to annoy. So here is them annoying him. Me core, yeah. Let's see, another good one. I'm sure I've got more. Bading? What are we badinging? Let me take a look here. Oh, thank you for the follow! I appreciate that so much. Very, very sweet of you. Let's see. God, I know this is a lot of dead air. I'm just looking through a lot of files. Oh, this one was funny. Hold on, it's 2 parts. This one was pretty early on in my, so I didn't really know how to draw Vox. But, oh, this is the original design too. So he's kind of being like, oh, I guess I'll let you stay at the hotel, and I'll allow you to keep wasting your time with the old fossil if that's what you really want. This is so, like, embarrassing to read out loud, actually. But no matter what, you'll know damn well who's better in the sheets, right? And they're just like, oh. You're my new bestie, we're having soft tacos later. What a coincidence. I love soft tacos. This works out. I like Twitch streams better. Hell yeah. Me too. I need to rearrange my windows better here. It's hard for me to read both chats. Let's see. There we go. Well, thank you, Miss Woofy. Thank you for hanging out. This is better. Now I can read both. We're meant to be besties. Hey, Pookie! God, this is so much better than it was. So, there are people to talk to. That's the unfortunate thing when you first start streaming on Twitch, right? Is like, no one's there. Let's see. God, I know I have other really good ones for Has Been. Oh, this isn't self-ship, but here's a profile picture I drew for my friend who really likes Pentious. Yeah, it does get easier. I agree. Thank you for the follow on TikTok as well. We love it. We love it. Zero! Spotted. Spotted Zero. Hi, Zero. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hi! Hello, mortal. God, I know I have other really good ones. Ooh, I designed their manager whenever they die. I don't know if I really want the manager. Have a good day. Thank you for hanging out. I designed their manager. I just never decided, like, if they ever actually interact. What are we working on? We're not working on anything specific just yet. So right now, I'm just going through all of my, like, self-ship OCs and kind of introducing them, going through the lore, all of that jazz. And that's pretty much it. We did the rank, the tier list earlier, if you wanted to take a peeky peek at that. That's what we started off with. You think I'm gonna make it if I start a rave at my nearest abandoned warehouse? I don't know. I'm not really in that crowd, so I don't really have a place. I agree with Ahsoka. He's the only one that gets an F rank. And he got put there immediately. Everybody else, like, kind of, you know, was a little wishy-washy with. Hisoka gets thrown to F tier. No discussion, no question asked. Now I wish I had the energy to go draw. God, I feel that so deeply. So, I designed their manager. I don't know exactly how I wanted them to fit in. I wanted him to be a fox. Because it's very, like, dog-like, and I wanted him to have this thing with Alistair where he gets called a dog a lot, and he's like, I'm a fox, and he's, like, really mad about it. I think I did a comic. Let me see if I can find it. Is this it? We're loading. We're thinking. There we go. This is it, I think. This is, like, his early design, too. So the idea being that the kind of power dynamic has shifted now that he's in hell and they're an overlord. I wanted it to where they end up owning his soul, since they had that dynamic in the reverse in life. They have the opportunity now because they've been established in hell for a lot longer. And she, Jesus, not me fucking misgendering myself, that's crazy. So they can... Yeah, foxes are tricksters. They're supposed to be very, like, you know, tricky. Yeah, 100%. They're supposed... He's, like, very sleazy, very... he's a liar, you know, very in that stereotype of foxes. Thank you for pointing that out, because that is exactly what I was going for. So the idea of the comic was that they're, like, switched around. And he's like, am I supposed to be afraid of a cute little redeemed sinner? And they're like, afraid of me? Goodness, no! Our contract is all cleared up now. Oh yeah, they end up releasing his contract because they're being redeemed at the hotel. Said our contract is all cleared up now. I don't have any plans to hurt you. You'll stay totally safe so long as no one happens to tell my boyfriend about our history. Funny coincidence, he's not really a fan of dogs. Talking about Alistair, because Alistair famously does not like dogs. Well, au revoir, you know, very, like, sassy. So that was, like, the whole thing is that they call him a dog a lot, and Alistair does the same. Think it's super smart. Thank you, I appreciate that a lot. Manager gives off those old-timey wolf vibes, like those Hanna-Barbera characters. Wow, that's high praise, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. I kind of see what you mean. It does kind of have, like, Hanna-Barbera vibes. Let's see. What else can be said about old Starlet and their lore? Oh, this one was funny. Star versus the forces of evil, but it's Starlet. Starlet versus the forces of evil. So yeah, that's Starlet. Y'all are all acquainted now. Me thinks we'll move on to the next fandom. I do have some Hell of a Boss stuff, but really not a lot. I made myself a little imp, which I do really like my imp design. But I never really, like, made too much lore. What I had was that they wanted to be a performer, but ended up giving up on it. And ended up working with IMP. But that's really it. And I wanted them to be a wannabe performer, literally just so that I can throw them at Fizzaroli. That's it. That's the end of the lore. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. We'll do Hunter x Hunter next. Thank you, I appreciate that. I really like the design. I wish that I had done more with them before I ended up switching fixations. So this is my old character design. But, hold on. I've redesigned this character so much, and this past week I redesigned them again. It's not going to be saved on this computer, though, but I posted it, so I'll go save it. So we'll copy that. Create new from clipboard. There we go. This is the current design. It's a little low res because I drew it on my iPad, not my actual tablet. So I don't know. No, that's one thing I haven't done, make an imp soda. Yeah. It just seems so much less, like, appealing than has-been stuff for some reason. So I don't know. I didn't end up doing a lot with them. So I don't know how familiar y'all are with Hunter x Hunter. This is not my super... It is my current fixation, but my big fixation right now is Gravity Falls. Like everybody else, I'm absolutely feral for Stan. Which, if y'all looked at my stream schedule, tomorrow we'll be playing Swooning Over Stans, so tune in for that. I'll probably be multi-streaming that one as well. So this is my Hunter x Hunter character. They are a beast hunter, like Knuckle is, because I love Knuckle. Knuckle is my baby, my boy. Love him so very much. Giving Hisoka a little bit. Yeah, it's because I was kind of going for, like, performer vibes with this original one, and I also saw what you're talking about. It's very, like, very Hisoka vibes because of the sleeves and the, shoes. It gives Hisoka. And originally that was going to be like a running joke, but I ended up redesigning them to be more like ringleader-esque than performer because I actually decided on their power. So they're a beast hunter like Knuckle because I love Knuckle and I want to throw them at Knuckle. And their power is that with the whip, they can manipulate any animal. With the whistle, they can manipulate pets that they've formed like a bond with. So they mostly use it for, like, invasive species, for, just stuff like that, like, stuff, animals that they're not going to capture and train, they use the whip. It's really just a temporary, I need you to do what I say kind of thing. They only fight with animals that they've formed a bond with, that an animal that is willing to like put their life on the line with them. So there is no like capturing an animal literally just to throw them to their death. There's none of that. So that's their power. And I have this little doodle that I made the other day, which if you're on my Discord server, which is in my link tree, by the way, it's also, if you're watching on Twitch, it's in my little section beneath the... Whoa, Phoenix joined! It's Phoenix week! Welcome, Phoenix, it's your week! For those who haven't been following me for a while, those who are new here, Phoenix week is what I'm calling this entire week, because I'm coming back, I'm rising from the ashes. So anyway, this is a doodle I did of them kind of swooping in, helping with a fight. I also... This one is actually saved, so let me open it up. So this is the pet that I've designed for them. The design probably is going to change, but this is what I have right now. They're kind of a mix of like an Arctic wolf or like an Arctic like big cat. That's all I have for them. That's it. There's not really any like lore for the pet yet. I just wanted them to have like one main pet that they use to fight. So yeah, that's really it. They are a beast hunter along with Knuckle, and they're training under Moral with Knuckle. I literally just wanted to throw them at Knuckle, that's it. It's no more complicated than that. Moving on. What's next? Oh my god, Inside Job. I haven't looked at Inside Job stuff, excuse me, in a while. Did y'all ever watch Inside Out, or Inside Job when it was really hype, when it was big? I was fucking obsessed with it. And by obsessed with it, I mean obsessed with Brett. I love Brett so freaking much, y'all. I can't even. Brett should have been on my tier list. Oh my god, we didn't. Ow, my heart is broken. We didn't rank Brett. Brett probably would have been double S. Oh god, he might have been triple S. Brett probably would have been double S. Anyway, we're gonna look at Brett for a minute. Self-insert. So this was my character. I drew this a long time ago. Hello! Hi! Silly Billy, how are you? How you doing? We're just going through self-inserts that I've made over the years. I need to draw more inside job stuff. Not really much to say about that lore, not that I remember at least. I didn't really do a whole lot. I really did like Andre a lot. I almost said Andrew, lol. I did like Andre. I liked all of them. I liked GZ too. I've been drawing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I never ended up getting into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was really big for a while there. I wish I got more into it. I should give it another try. My Hero Academia. Now this is another folder that's fat. It's very... Hi, how are you, Ellie? Is it Ellie or Eli? Let me see here. There's the redesign. Okay. So this is my Hero Academia character. Their name is Flower Child. They're, as you can see, like a like 70s themed hero. They've got these skates. They've got like a grappling hook in their belt. Their power is that anybody who hears... Whoops. God. Take a shot every time I hit the microphone. So every time... Anybody who hears their voice... I might go live in a bit, but also I love your art. Thank you. I appreciate that. Whenever they sing, if you hear their voice, you'll feel whatever they're feeling. And they mostly use that for, like, crowd control, for search and rescue, that sort of thing. They do really like to fight, and they kind of jump into fights that they shouldn't, because their power really is going to end up getting them killed, because they have not, like, God, I cannot speak today. What a day to be streaming that I can't even talk. Let me gather myself. Their power is not very combat-centric, so whenever they jump into fights, they're gonna end up getting themselves hurt, but it's fine. So I ship them with Present Mike, Mirko, and secretly, hear me out, chat, I kind of throw them at Endeavor too. I'm not proud of it. He's hot. I don't know what to tell you. I hate him. I hate him deeply. That's why he's not in the ranking. I did that on purpose. He was a fixation for a minute, but he doesn't deserve to be here. I hate him. Moving on. Here's another Flower Child one that I did. Oh my god, this is their original design. Way, way back in the day. God, it's ugly. Go away. I don't want to look at that anymore. Thank you. Hi, how are you? Here's Flower Child and Hizashi. They're singing karaoke. Eats art. Is it good? Does it taste good? Oh my god, this one was a good one. This one kind of blew up on TikTok because of the way that I did it. No bitches. I need to make this my profile picture again. Let's see. What else? What else? Whoa, this one's not a self-insert. This is just a straight up OC. So this is a villain character. So I had a hero, I had a student, so I had to design a villain also. This villain is Flower Child's ex. They were a hero, right? And I haven't decided exactly what happens, but something happens, and either everybody thought that they were dead or something like that, right? And when they come back, they've kind of gone crazy. So their power is that anybody they touch falls in love with them and does whatever they say. So they're kind of, honestly, they're very like, why am I blanking on her name? Fuck, why am I blanking on her name? The League of Villains, the teenager one. The blonde one. Why am I blanking on her name? I feel so stupid. The hell is her name? Toga! Himiko Toga. It's kind of Toga coded, a little bit. Very like crazy, very about love, you know. And the whole conflict, right, is that they come back wanting Flower Child back. So my student character... This is the student character, which is a self-insert, just kind of like the younger version of myself. Don't worry, I have no brain cells because my friend stole them. Fair enough. Fair enough. So my student character is like imp themed, as you can tell. Their name is Implosion. Their name is Shy. My other character is like the actual me that I project on whenever I'm self-shipping. This character I don't really ship with anybody because I'm not with the students, no. So that's them. Let me see if I have any good Shy doodles. I don't really. What about this one? I think this was their old design. Yeah, that was their old design. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot of... I love the color pink too. A lot of my characters are pink themed. think that might be it. Oh, here's a Kirishima thing that I drew. I love Kirishima. He's such a cutie. That's my boy. Probably my favorite student character. You gonna leave for a bit? Well, thank you for hanging out. Hope I see you later. There's Flower Child. That's their old design, but this is still a really cute picture. There's a Tenya I drew. God, I don't know if Kirishima or Tenya are my favorite student characters. I do love them both. I forgot about this one. I should redraw that one. Alright. I think that about does it for my hero. Rick and Morty, the old classic. The old classic. I was really, really fixated on Rick and Morty for a while. That was what really jumped me into the self-ship stuff, was Rick and Morty. So this was my Rick and Morty character. That one's in my style, not the Rick and Morty style. This was the original character, which doesn't look very good. I don't like it. But this is the outfit I ended up drawing them in more. I drew a lot of comics with Rick. Let me see. What's a good one? What's a good one that's easy to show and stream without having to read a whole fucking thing? This one's taking forever to draw open. There we go. This was a good one that I drew a while ago. Stargazing. I love stargazing. I should draw Rick and Morty stuff again. This whole stream is just gonna be me looking at my old art going, man, I should draw that again. Man, I should draw that again. Self-insert reference. There we go. So there's my me. I had Taylor, right? And then I also had this other character named Rogue, which was a different version of Taylor from a different timeline, where them and their Rick, named E188, here's E188. So E188 is kind of a softer, nicer version of Rick. Hee bold. Hee bold. Okay, anyway. So this Rick is way more into, like, he just gets very excited to learn things. So main Rick kind of gets mad if he's wrong about something or you present information he was not aware of. This Rick is so not used to getting new information or being wrong about anything that it actually just excites him. He's very happy. So he's a nicer version. So this version of Taylor was with Rick, and they end up in a fight because he's still Rick and he's still kind of an asshole, right? And as a bluff, Rick, like, shoves them through a portal and is like, well, then get out of my sight. And they end up in this, like, alternate universe and just runs away, basically. And goes off and has their own little space adventure and becomes really angsty and jaded and kind of mean, right? So they're like Taylor Rick. They're Rick Taylor. And our version of Taylor gives this version the nickname Rogue, so we mostly just call them Rogue. Let me find more pictures of Rogue. Honestly, Rogue is a lot more interesting than main Taylor. This was a redesign whenever I got better at art in general. There was also a robot version that E188 and 188 made to replace Main Taylor, or not Main Taylor, Rogue Taylor. But I'm gonna redesign this one of these days. I'm gonna make it look more Rick and Morty-esque. This doesn't look like something that would be in Rick and Morty, I don't think. Me personally. So yeah, that's the Rick and Morty lore. We're almost through all of the Spider-Verse. Oh my god, I have to go through my Spider-Sona. Spider-Sona, Spider Bunny, there they are. Very cliche, everybody does Spider Bunny. Everybody does a bunny. But I like my bunny, okay? Don't at me. Don't fucking at me, alright? Spider Bunny sketch page. So they wear glasses, but they can't whenever they take their mask off. The prescriptions are in their eye thingies. I can't see shit. Spot things. I was really, really in love with Spot. So is there a Mrs. Spot? Someone missing a rabbit? Oh no, Spot caught me. That pretty much covers. That pretty much covers as far as looking up art. So the lore is that Spider Bunny was dating a different version of Spot, was dating John, right? And their version of John died. That was their canon event. And they're helping, like, obviously the main crew fight this big threat, and it turns out to be Spot, and they recognize his voice, and it's this whole angsty mess, right? And then they start dating this version of John. Very angsty, very delicious, very demure. So that's it. I also have Amazing Digital Circus OC, but I never ended up really doing anything with it. But we'll just take a look at this. Yep, that's it. Now we're done with the second portion of the first stream. We've gone through all of my characters. Thank y'all for hanging out as I went through everything. Now, we're just gonna doodle. We're just gonna vibe. We're gonna art. What do we want to draw today, chat? What do we want to draw? I said a lot of things that I wanted to draw. We've almost used up my whole time slot. I said I was gonna stream until 3. We've only got like 30 more minutes. What haven't I drawn in a while? I haven't drawn has-been stuff in a while. Let's draw has-been stuff. People like has-been. I like has-been. I haven't drawn Starlit in a while. Let me pull up some references. You know what? I'm lying to you. I'm lying to you all. We're gonna make, excuse me. Oh lord. We're gonna draw Gravity Falls stuff. Oh my god, that's a character we didn't do because I don't have it saved on my computer. But I have a Gravity Falls character. Let me find them. Let me find them. Let me find them. I'll just use this one because the actual reference for them kind of sucks. This one looks a lot more accurate to the style. So this is my character. There's no lore to speak of. They just work at the Mystery Shack and I throw them at Stan. That's it. Now we've gone through all of the characters. Man, I'm a little burnt out. That's so funny. Ended up not even drawing anything. Oh my goodness, I'll keep drawing though. I'll draw something. I'll draw something before I go. How we feeling, chat? Do we want Has Been or do we want Gravity Falls? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll doodle Stan a little, like I have literally all week. We'll draw some Stan. It's too wide. He's wide, but he's not that wide. Let me get some reference. Stanley Pines. That's a good reference. New from Shortcut. There he is. There's my man. I'm going to put that to the side there. Okay, perfect. You got banned on the other account. What? What's your other account? Why'd you get banned? What are you up to? You causing trouble? We like mischief here, but don't get caught with mischief. Mischief's only fun if you get away with it. Let's draw Thirst Trappy, Stan. That's what we're gonna do. Huh. That's weird. Wonder what happened. They decided you were too cool. Kicked you out. This is the first time drawing Stan on my actual tablet, not my iPad. Almost feels weird, the muscle memory's different. I think I'm just gonna draw him in some sleek 70s kind of clothes like he wears sometimes. Like the, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna draw him in? You know that outfit he wears at the fucking party? That's what I'm gonna do. Stan party. No. Dumbass, you can't just search Stan party episode. Gravity Falls. There it is. That's the outfit we're after. God, what a good outfit that was. There he is. Oh, God, I love him. I'm gonna drag that over here so I can use it for reference. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate it. They also don't draw him. Yeah, watching Gravity Falls. Yeah, me and my partner were watching it. She had never seen it, and all of us, like the friend group, were like really fixated on it right now. So while she was here, we went through it, and now I'm re-fixated. I love my stinky fat old man. Bluey! It's a good show. I'm just gonna make a thirst trappy sketch page. Yeah, me too. But that's a whole can of worms I'm not gonna get into. I feel like his head's too small. This whole section needs to be bigger. Well, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Let me take a look over here. Martemitis? I don't know how to say that. I'm so sorry. Butchered it. Hi, how are ya? How you doing? We're just here doodling simpy things for simps. Oh, I'm drawing him with a gut, but with this shirt, he wears the girdle. I'm doing pretty good. We're just winding down. We spent a long time going through all of my characters and just discussing lore things. I was supposed to stop stream at 3, but I think I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to do this little sketch page and then we'll probably call it a night. Oops. Jesus, hi Jesus. I know it's probably Jesus. A while ago we did a stream with literal Jesus Christ popping in every now and then, giving us proverbs and wisdom. That was fun. So now every time I see somebody, my brain immediately thinks it's literally Jesus. It's really good. I love the stand. Thank you, thank you. Follow the host. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. I've been drawing Stan literally nonstop. I cannot stop myself. I feel like he needs to be a bit more stout. Silly Billy, welcome back. My back hurts. Oh, goodness gracious, I need to stretch. Okay. Need to make his big fat nose a little bigger. I love my Muppet Man. I'm Humitos from the Discord server. I forgot the stream. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Well, welcome. That's that's what's really funny about the difference in like Discord and the actual streams is I feel like a lot I don't recognize people because I don't realize they're the same person because the username's different. The username and picture are different. You're a different person. I'm so sorry. My brain does not register it. These glasses are off center. Maybe it just needs perspective. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. It's the same for you, yeah. His ears need to be bigger too. He has very exaggerated features. I feel like in the rough sketch, I always end up drawing everything a lot more, like, understated than they should be. And I have to, like, exaggerate everything in a cleaned up sketch. See, that's way better. That's a lot more Stanish. There's everybody's favorite uncle. Grunkle. Drawing him a little bit too demure, a little bit too mindful. Stan is everything except demure and or mindful. Smash, me too. Me too, me too, me too. God, I love him so much. Might eat more ice cream. You should. I vote yes. I really love Stan, but his brother. Yeah, listen. I don't know why I ended up way more fixated on Stan than Ford. Because Ford is a lot more my type. My type, I have two types, right? One that strawberry or raspberry, definitely strawberry. If you ask me about any flavor and strawberry is one of the choices, the answer is strawberry. Anyway, so my type is one or the other, right? I either like really silly, goofy, loud, obnoxious, and that's where Stan fits in. Or I like characters that are really smart in one way, but really fucking stupid at the same time in a different way. Ford is the second one. But for some reason, I only ended up fixated on Stan, and at this point, I'm stubbornly sticking to it with my lore. There's a lot of lore where I end up dating multiple characters, but Stan deserves the win. Sorry, Ford. Stan wins. With rainbow sprinkles! Absolutely. As you should. The shirt. Thank you for the food. Yes, eat, my child. Eat and be nourished. Feast your eyes. You know that meme? Hold on, let me find it. Hold on. Hold on. There it is. Oh my god, hold on. Ignore the top text. This you. I owe you my life. You are safe now, child. This you. Anyway. Back to cooking. I have hungry mouths to feed. That's me for real. One of the best decisions I've ever made in life is deciding to publicly simp for characters. These streams are so much more fun than than any others that I used to do before I went on hiatus. He's so fine. Hi! Hi, Mimi, how are you? We're just drawing simpy things for simps. Really love to see my moots drawing. It's like, give me that, I'm hungry. Yeah, me too. Especially since my moots usually have the same crushes as I do. So it's like double enjoyment. For one thing, I get to see my friends having fun and making things. On the other hand, nom nom nom. Practicing how to draw big men just for that. As you should. Big men are delicious. One thing I will say about, like, allowing yourself to just vibe and simp for characters and let that be the thing that you're drawing instead of trying to be, like, a serious artist is Nothing has inspired me more to like actively practice and learn to draw new things as much as simping did. Because it's a great motivator. Before, it was very hard for me to make myself practice because it just felt like homework. Why do I want homework for a hobby? But it's not homework if what I'm doing allows me to draw my hands. I want to draw so bad a League of Legends champion. His name is Set. Well, now I gotta look it up. Set League of Legends. Let me take a peek. Let me take a little peeky-see. Ooh, Wolfman. Hi. Hello. I'm intrigued. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, we're closing this now. I get it. I get it. I understand. He's strong and dumb. Okay, then he's my type. Magnificent. All right. He loves her mother. He likes so much. He's a goddess to him. Valid. We love a mama's boy. Now dialogue. What do we want him to say? Just kidding, I know exactly what I want him to say. There we go. Perfect. First sketch done. Locking it in. Final answer. What else do we want to draw? Yeah, of course. A lot of people also draw him saying toots, which I'm not a big fan of since I'm non-binary. I kind of really don't like being called things like toots, because it's like very woman specific. But I really like doll. I like the idea of him saying doll. Take a sit. Yeah. Have a seat. Get comfortable. Let's see. Stan has a lot of really good outfits. Let me see, what else do we want to draw? Could draw the zombie thing. Everybody is drawing the zombie thing, though. He had a lot of really good outfits. Alright, okay. I'll draw the zombie thing. Everybody's drawing the zombie scene, but I'll jump on a bandwagon. I'm not too proud. There it is. There's the picture everyone is redrawing. But it's good. It's nice. I get it. I understand. Yeah, I understand why as well. Look at him. It's absolutely scrumptious, absolutely delicious. Num num num. Same. God, he's just so muppety. It's so hard to draw him seriously sometimes. Yeah, we're starting over. That looks too muppety. The new cast of Muppets. This is already immediately better. He's still Muppety, but not nearly as much. Doing university stuff? Okay, no worries. Focus up. Invest in your future. His chin needs to be bigger. He needs a bigger, beefier chin. There we go. That's looking way better. It's kind of rearing up for a punch. Let me scoot this over. So it'll kind of be this side bigger, that side smaller. Don't looking at the camera while drawing is kind of intimidating by a power move. Whoopsie, hold on. There you go. Sorry, I didn't mean to be staring you down like that. I must have hit the shortcut by accident. That's so funny. Wonder how long it was like that. I really love if Twitch had audios or calls. Oh, like audio calls like Discord? Unique OC power, that's funny. This needs to be more like that. Yeah, I feel you. One day when the Discord is more active, I'll probably do Discord-specific streams. Yippee! I love your art and the art for this fandom. I need to watch Gravity Falls one day. Ooh, you definitely need to watch Gravity Falls. It's really good. I mean, of course I'd say that. As you see, this is currently like my fixation. So, of course, but I mean it. It's really good. Also, thank you. Mystic, thank you so much for the follow. Hi. spotted. Hi, hi, hi! How are you? We're drawing simp things, as would surprise no one. Just woke up for work. Work lame, but I'm glad you're here. For now. Oh, that's good. Well, we're happy to have you. My back is starting to hurt. Well, lurk away. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm in the middle of a stretch. I don't know if you heard that. My back popped. Anyway, lurk away, absolutely. I'm really, really pleased with how this is coming out so far. Thank you, thank you. Artist posture is deadly. Yeah, I agree. It's a killer. There's a reason pretty much every art streamer that's an affiliate on Twitch has the stretch redeem or the posture check redeem. I probably will too one of these days. As soon as I have access to it. Hold on, I gotta check messages really quick. My partner is driving home from staying up here, so I have to make sure all is going well. It's a long drive. Okay. Back to the task at hand. The lore of Stan, this character that I'm drawing right now? This is Stan from Gravity Falls. He's a hot old man. He runs the Mystery Shack and is a con artist. That's all I can tell you with no spoilers. Sleazy old men is also one of my other types. I like loud and obnoxious, I like silly goofy, I like smart in one way, but stupid in another way. And I also like sleazy old men. I feel like this part in his hair needs to be back here. This swoop needs to start there. So that it kind of matches up with the part in his hair back there. Yeah, that looks better. They ooze tiredness and history and I'm all for it. Yeah, exactly. Gotta go. Okay, well, have a wonderful day. Thank you for hanging out. Hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Hold on, I gotta check something right quick. Okay. Just needed to take a peeky peek at the... Oh, for a second it said offline. Let me reload this. Why does it say I'm offline? Okay, I'm not offline. My stream manager said I was offline for a second. Scared me. I'm gonna add a little motion to this guy right here. Make it look more like it's floating in the air because of the motion. Make it feel more alive. Same thing with this one. I'll have it kind of go in the other direction. There we go. Delicious. I might add basic colors to this one, and then we can call it a night. That my birthday party is tonight. I gotta get ready. I can't be streaming all day. Oh, I forgot to draw the brass knuckles on this hand. It's a very important piece. There we go. This thumb looks weird. I think that the thumb would be more like hidden over here. That looks better. Kind of changed the arm position a bit from the actual screenshot. That's biting me a little bit, makes it harder to reference the hand position. But I feel like it looks like a stronger punch like this, I think. It's not too different. I feel like his face needs to be longer. So we take all this. Drag it up a little. There we go. There's our boy. That looks way better. Color this whole thing black. We'll add some basic colors and then we'll be done for the day. Now we're gonna cheat with the colors because I'm lazy. Oh, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate that so much. It's very kind of you. Please don't spend money on me. Okay. Alright. Probably color in the face portions now. And I'm getting hungry. Probably make me a grilled cheese when I'm done with this. There we go. Looking good. Color in the mouth. Alright, alright. Color in the shirt. I'm gonna scoot this a little closer to my face because I'm getting awful mumbly. I get mumbly when I'm tired. Don't want y'all to not be able to hear me. Oh, I didn't draw his chest hair. What a fool I am. It's not visible in that screenshot, but it needs to be there. There we go. Delicious. Anyway. Now we can do this. Oh, I didn't draw his suit all, like, torn up either. Let's fix that. So it's kind of torn up on his shoulder here. And where else? On his arm. It's a good thing this is just a sketch that I'm coloring. Otherwise it would be really annoying to get that far and realize. Kind of under his arm down here too is torn up. There we go. There's kind of some frayed threads there. I feel like all this needs to be blended that way a bit. There we go. Better, better, better. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna need to color in these little spots that I opened up. There we go. Now I can go back in. Keep coloring. Oh, I didn't color in his hands! I'm literally so stupid, y'all. Oh, my back hurts. How does my character keep just, like, going back up to the staring at the screen? I don't know how I'm hitting the button. Says I'm doing basic coloring and then really goes in on the metal. I just like drawing shiny metal. It's very satisfying. I'm doing it pretty lazily, but still. That looks pretty decent. Alright, we are almost done. Just gonna add a little bit of lighting and then we'll call it a day. It's got kind of this pinkish red sheen on top of everything. It's a good color. Make it a glow. Make it darker. There we go. I love lighting. It's always so satisfying to do. It's probably my favorite part of the drawing process, is lighting. Even if I'm doing it lazily. Oh, shoot. Gotta get the color again. I'm a silly fool. Okay, that's good. Kind of add a rim light a little bit right there. Make that... Yeah, that looks a lot better. Fixes the shape up a little bit. And we're gonna do another add glow. We're gonna make it a little more glowy. God, do I love lighting effects. Ooh, I should add glowies on the glasses. But we'll kind of make it a bit more subtle. Damn, okay. That's sick. Alright, I can't help myself. We're not done. I said we were gonna be done. But I'm gonna add a little bit of shading to... What do we want the shading to be? Probably that really deep green color on Multiply. I bet that'll look good. Ooh, I missed a spot coloring his suit. There we go. Now we'll hit that really deep green. Maybe not. Maybe like a purple. Purple usually makes a good shader. Yeah, we'll do purple. Maybe I should do transparent watercolor. It might blend better. I know I said basic colors, but I'm weak. I'm weak. I may be tired, but I'm weak. Just look how much better it looks. Immediately. I can't help it. It's not over till it's over, chat. Not over till it's over. Basic colors, I say. A million years later, here I am. Simply cannot resist. God, it looks so good. Purple was the right call. Purple was absolutely the right call. Looks so nice. Thank you. I'm really vibing with it. I said I wasn't gonna do all this shading, but here I am because I'm weak. I am nothing if I am not dedicated to my mans. That doesn't look right. I think the shadow would be more like down here. There we go. I love it, num num num. Really ended up going whole hog on this, huh? Whoopsie! Stan deserves it. He deserves the dedication. Oh, I still need to draw the green goop, too. No, not multiply. Color burn? No. No, not difference. Darken? Maybe I just need to select a darker color. Overlay? Overlay's alright. Nah. We'll just match the color better. Looking pretty decent. Want to be a zombie right now. If for nothing else than to be close to Mr. Stan. There we go. Delicious. I am noticing that I goofed a little, but it's easily fixed. There we go. Alright. Since I'm going whole hog anyway, we're gonna add one more little touch. Ooh. Okay. Ooh-wee, I'm tired. Now we just add my little signatures. That looks like shit. It's a little better. It's hard to draw this quickly. Alright. I think I'm done. We are an entire hour past when I said I was gonna stop. But I had to finish. I had to finish what I started. I'm no coward. But I am absolutely fucking exhausted. So thank you guys for hanging out with me for this long. My goodness gracious. Let's see if there's anybody to raid. Who do I want to raid? It's a small raid no matter who I send to. Let me see if I can find somebody who's not gonna take it for granted. Let's see. I'll rate somebody with pretty small viewing. Is it gonna let me preview before I send? None of these people... I'm not finding any art channels live. I mean, I am, but... Alright. I'll just pick one of the ones that only have one viewer. That's what we'll do. Is it gonna let me... Hi to those on TikTok saying hello. I am about to end stream, but on Twitch I am about to raid and then I'll be done for the day. That person said VTuber, but they're not a VTuber. That's false advertising. What about you? What are you doing? Whoopsie. Y'all want to go watch some Warframe? I think I'm gonna raid this guy right here. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and switch over to my stream ending page. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's been an absolute blast. I had a great time, and I will be back tomorrow. We are going to be playing Swooning Over Stands and doing some Gravity Falls art. So if you had a good time hanging out on Gravity Falls stuff, hang out with me tomorrow. We're going to be dual streaming with TikTok and Twitch tomorrow as well. So I will see y'all tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central. Bye!